It is Friday, August 22nd, 2025. It is 5:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you are tuned into War Notes. Make sure that you all not only subscribe, like, and share the video for future content, but also make sure that you stick around because I have some really wonderful old school recipes for you all. So make sure you grab your pen and paper while you listen to the latest. There's breaking news right now. A judge forces the shutdown of Alligator Alcatraz of Everglades camp dismantled in 60 days. Federal judge has delivered a major blow to Florida's controversial Alligator Alcatraz immigration camp. U.S. District Judge Kathleen Williams has ordered the facility set deep in the Everglades to halt new detainee intake immediately and begin dismantling key infrastructure within 60 days, including fencing, lighting, generators, and sewage systems. Built in just 8 days and housing up to 2,000 detainees, the site drew legal fire from environmental groups and the Mokasuki tribe. They argue the hasty construction violated the National Environmental Policy Act, harming wetlands, wildlife, and tribal access to traditional lands. The judge's 82-page injunction makes clear that without proper environmental review, the camp must be wound down. Florida officials, led by Governor DeSantis, immediately filed an appeal and vowed to press forward with immigration enforcement, even planning a new facility called the Deportation Depot in Baker County, capacity up to 2,000, despite the court order. The legal battle continues in the 11th Circuit. This ruling is preliminary, but its impact is clear. Alligator Alcatraz is being dismantled, and the Everglades may yet be spared further damage, according to the Economic Times, The Guardian, and the Daily Beast. Now, as a special bonus for my listeners here, just for a little bit of fun, 1930 style, budget-friendly weekend recipes, okay, that you can whip up for under $10 a day that are simple and hearty. So number one that we're going to talk about real quick, get your pen and paper, please. This is a classic Depression era vegetable stew, a humble one-pot mix of potatoes, carrots, onions, and canned tomatoes. And you can add in any spare vegetables that you have. You can stretch this with water or broth. You can season with some salt and pepper. And then you simmer until tender. And it's warm, it's filling, and it's light on the wallet. Again, what you need for a humble, classic Depression era vegetable stew, you just need a little bit of potatoes. If you have some carrots on hand, if you have a little bit of onions, it makes it even more savory. Some canned tomatoes, you can stretch it with water or some broth that you may have on hand. Season with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then you simmer all of this together in your pot. Whatever you got going on at home, you use what you got, honey. There's no judgment here. You use what you have. And this is warm, filling, and light on the wallet. The second recipe that we have for tonight, before we end today's broadcast, is bean and cornbread skillet bake, okay? You can use inexpensive dried beans or canned pinto beans, whatever you have on hand. You can season with onion and garlic and pour into a cast iron skillet and top with a basic cornbread batter made from cornmeal, flour, baking powder, milk, or water. You can use an egg or use a substitute for egg, whatever you have on hand. And you bake it into a cozy lodging of savory beans and crumbly topping. Again, all you need is some beans. Whatever beans you have on hand, cook them up, sister, okay? Whatever you have on hand. Season with some onions and some garlic. Pour it into a cast iron skillet. Make a basic cornbread mixture, okay? Top it on, put it on top. Throw it into your oven and bake for about 20 to 30 minutes. I would say about 20 minutes just because you want that, you want that mixture to really cook good. Our third recipe for tonight is oatmeal fish cakes. Don't judge the name, but use some canned tuna or any type of inexpensive white fish. You mix it with a little bit of oats, mix it with some egg, some chopped onion, and a dash of seasoning. You form these into patties and you pan fry it until it's golden brown, and you can serve with a little simple mustard vinegar dip. Now, if you want to compare this to something, you can compare it to like tuna fritters. And if you don't want to use the oatmeal, I would suggest you're substituting oatmeal for flour. Turn them into little patties, fry them up golden brown, and trust me, they are yummy. And our fourth and last recipe for tonight is bread pudding with raisins. Yes, day-old bread, cubed and soaked in a mixture of milk, eggs, sugar, and a handful of raisins. or any type of dried fruit that you have on hand. Remember, we are in a recession, depression. You have to use what you have on hand. Okay. And just bake it until it's done, honey. Okay. Bake it until it's done. Let it cool off. It's sweet, it's satisfying, and it's perfect for dessert or even breakfast. Again, all you need is some day old bread, a little bit of milk, egg, and sugar. Go ahead and soak that bread in that milk, egg, and sugar mixture. Add some raisins if you have it. If you don't need it. Go ahead and bake it until it's done, maybe about 30 to 40 minutes. I would say about 40 to 45 minutes if you wish. And it's very sweet. Oh, yeah. Very, very good. Very, very good. And we all know it. A lot of us older folks, whatever, I'm 38, I'm sure all of us have ate some bread pudding, but it is good. And it's the perfect depression era recipe when you want to use up that bread and you don't want that bread to go to waste. Now, each recipe leans on pantry staples, okay? That's the reason why I'm giving those recipes. It keeps costs low and it connects back to the resilience of our ancestors and the thrift of our ancestors of the 1930s. Delicious, practical, and right on trend. Okay. So I appreciate you all listening. It's a pleasure having you all here every single episode. If you all enjoy episodes like this, getting the news and then also getting some bonus recipes onto it, make sure you all subscribe. We're trying to get to 400 subscribers. Can't do it without you. We want to get to 1,000, but we got to get to 400 before we get to 1,000. So make sure that if you're hanging out in the broadcast right now, you might not be always interested in when I pop up on your feed, but because I have so many different things going on here on the channel, there's something that may pique your interest. So please help a sister out and subscribe. Press the subscribe button. It's free to do. Add me to your For You page, however that works. Old school. I'm old school, so I don't know how that works. But subscribe. I need your help to reach my goal. I thank you all so much for listening. Thank you all for supporting the channel, and you all have a beautiful and blessed